Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Catherine, and I wanted to make a quick video to talk about the Tangezine issue 3, the Cosy Fall Edition. So I wanted to talk about what the Tangezine is, how you can get it, and what you can do with it. And the good news is that it comes in two versions. The first version is completely free. That gives you the whole magazine and also a TT file, which has some awesome templates in it. And some of you may be saying, what is a TT file, Catherine? And I will talk about that in a moment. There is also a paid version of the magazine, which is $10, and that includes a massive, huge collection of clip art for fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving, which is completely up to you what you want to do with it. You can use it in your books, in your KDP books, and your printables, and pretty much anything else you can think of. The only things that we ask is that you don't use it to sell individually or in packs as clip art, because that's kind of lame. That's like our clip art. You can't really take that and then resell it as clip art. So please don't do that. And please don't use it for making templates or anything that otherwise competes with tangent templates. But other than that, you can use the images for all kinds of projects. You can put them on planners, worksheets, on your books, in low content books, in journals. You can make all kinds of things with them. So we'll talk about that in a moment. So first question, how do you get hold of the Tangezine? And it's super easy. Just go to my Gumroad. It's catherine.gumroad.com. And you can see, in fact, there's so many things here that you can grab that are awesome. My Midjourney book is here, free or pay what you want. There's the last issues of the Tangezine. There's some habit trackers and other pages that you can take here that are templates for tangent templates. There's my image packs. There's all kinds of stuff that's either free or pay what you want, or there are some paid products as well, but lots of freebies you can grab here. So catherine.gumroad.com. And what you can see here is that there are two versions of the magazine. So this is the free version here. It says 0 or pay what you want. And then this is the paid version here, which is $10. And it includes almost 200 pieces of clip art, which is super awesome. We're going to look at that in a moment. Then this is the $10 version here, and it comes with a whopping 195 pieces of clip art, which really is quite a lot of clip art for $10. And that includes a whole bunch of things. You get these background pages, you get colored clip art PNGs, you get these SVGs, and you get, this is the magazine, and then this is the TT file with the worksheets in. So I can just quickly show you the pictures of those. So this is a sample of the backgrounds that we have, and it's kind of fun. Some are like note paper, some just pages that you can put your own information on, use as a front page in your books. You can use them for whatever you like. There's the SVGs. So these are the SVGs that you will get if you buy the $10 version of the magazine. And then we also have a huge collection of clip art. And this is just a sample because I couldn't fit all of the images onto the page. But you can see what you get here. You get some sugar skulls. There's more than that. There's some more sugar skulls. There's some more pumpkins as well from this set. There's a whole bunch of these cute girls who are just drinking coffee and being cozy for the autumn season. And a whole bunch more things. There's some owls and all kinds of spooky pictures that you can use on your printables or pretty much for whatever you like. Again, just don't resell them as clip art or templates. Other than that, have a lot of fun with those. So if you want to buy this, and remember you can get the free magazine again by going to my Gumroad and just getting the free version here. If you want the free version, that comes with the magazine and the worksheets, and you can edit the worksheets as long as you have tangent templates, and you can put 0 in here and get it completely free. If you want to get the clip art, we're just going to go to the other listing and we're going to put in $10 there. So you just put $10, add to cart, and we're going to go ahead and pay there. So let's take a look at what you've just bought. So first of all, you have the magazine itself. So the full Tangezine PDF, that is the magazine. And you can actually read it in Gumroad, which is pretty cool. So if you just want to read the magazine, you can just read it straight away in Gumroad. Or of course, you can download it as a PDF. So you have the magazine there. You also have the TT file, which has the worksheets, and then you have all these folders, which have all the images. So they're in 3 separate folders. You have the SVGs here, you have the backgrounds, and then you have the clip art. So you can download each of these and just click download on each one. There we go. And now you have everything saved to your computer. So let's look at how you import the TT file. I'm going to open up Tangent Templates, and what I'm going to do is go to the Tangent Designer, and I'm going to start an interior. So we'll just go ahead and we're going to choose, let's see, 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to say yes to bleed. Cool. So here we are in the designer in Tangent Templates. And what I'm going to do is click this button here that says TT file. If you haven't experimented with TT files yet, please do. They are incredibly useful. You can use TT files to download and make backups of all your projects. And in fact, I strongly recommend you do that, because then you have your projects in files on your computer, totally safe. You can share them with your friends or your family. As long as they have access to Tangent Templates, they will be able to read and use and edit TT files if you share them with them. You can even resell your projects as TT files to other Tangent Template users. We don't mind you doing that. You are welcome to create projects in Tangent Templates, export the TT file, and resell or redistribute that to other people. As long as they have Tangent Templates, they will be able to work with those. So TT files are really, really useful. And again, we do recommend that you use them to create backups of all your projects, so you have your projects safe on your computer. So here's how you bring in your TT file from the Tangezine. So what we're going to do is just click Import. And now if I go to my downloads, where I just downloaded the Tangezine, you'll see it says full worksheets. So I just double click that, takes one moment, and there you go. You can see it loads it in my save projects. So this is the TT file that comes with this month's Tangezine. So you can see what we did here. We created some counting worksheets. So there's several different variations on those. There's also spooky sums. So you've got 2 + 3 owls equals 5 owls, I would imagine. And you have a counting worksheet like this. You have a few different variations like that. And you have also sums. And you can go in and you can edit these. So what you do is just click on it, ungroup, and now you can go in and type in your own numbers. So if you want to change that sum, you can easily do that. And you can put in a different sum. So these are your templates to change, to edit as you want. I mean, like here, if you want to put an extra owl here, you can totally do that. I'm just using the arrow keys to move that plus along a bit. And in fact, what I'm going to do is delete those, and we're going to have 3 + 3. So I can just copy and paste those in. And some cool things you can do with TT is that if you want to put that like that, and you want to put that there, what we can do is actually select everything. And you can use the arrange to bring it up to the top. And you can distribute them. So for example, if we want to make these 3 distributed evenly, we can do that there. See, the distribute evenly. So you can have a lot of fun editing these. You can switch out the images and put your own images in as well. There's also some handwriting pages in here. So these are using the Tangent handwriting font, which you can find here. If you just search the font, you'll see there's the Tangent handwriting, and there's different variations on that. There's a plain version there, there's a dotted version, and then there's a version with the arrows. So you can use these to make all kinds of worksheets. And again, you can just change out the images, put in a new image, put in a new word, and completely edit these for your own purposes. And then I made just a little coloring page there. So then the next question is, how do you upload the images from the Tangezine so you can play with those? Well, as long as you've bought the version of the Tangezine with the clip art, all you need to do is go to uploads. I have a lot of bundles of images. And what you can do is either create a new folder, which I'm going to do now actually. I'm going to call this full images, and I'm going to add a folder. And if you're organized, you can create 3 folders, and you can upload your SVGs to one, your backgrounds to one, and the colored clip art to one. Or you may want to niche it down a little more. You may want to be more selective with the images that you're uploading. So let's take a look at those images. So I have 3 zip files that have been downloaded here. And those zip files, you can see, they're the SVGs, the backgrounds, and the clip art. So I've downloaded those to my computer. So now I can open those up. So that's going to take a moment to extract just because there is quite a lot of them. So we have the backgrounds. We have the clip art, we're extracting that, and also I'm extracting the SVGs. There we go. So these are the SVGs. You can see there's quite a lot of them. They're very cute. So I'm going to go back to Tangent Templates. I'm going to say Upload Images, and I'm going to grab all of those SVGs. So there we go. There's 43 of those. I'm just going to bring them straight into Tangent Templates. So we'll give that a moment while those load in. There we go. So you can see now those are all loaded into my Fall Images folder in Tangent Templates. So now I can go ahead, create a new page. And I've got my uploads. In fact, there it is, Fall Images is already selected. And I can just click these as I want to use them. So I can put my skeleton here. And I can say, put some text in, be like skeleton story. We'll put him there. And so you can have some fun with this by putting text in there. And if you want to make like a handwriting page, you can change the text to Tangent Handwriting. And we can put skeleton in handwriting font. And then underneath, we could put that as a dashed font. So we have the Tangent Handwriting dashed. We actually have a shortcut to handwriting paper right here. So you can go ahead and make a page with handwriting paper. And you can do some fun things like just bringing this down here and adding, let's see, what images have we got? Let's have a look at our folder. So we could take the spider and make him smaller. There we go. And you can then put text and put spider. And you can just bring this down to fit on the lines. Yes. And you can just adjust it using the arrow keys. So you can see what I've been doing with this. So these worksheets are all completely editable. You can take a spider, you can delete the spider if you just want to have 3. You can add more spiders and rearrange them however you want. You can change the image completely to be something else. Just delete them and put in different images from your folder. They'll all be here if you've uploaded them to Fall Images. In fact, here's another worksheet that I was playing with this morning. This isn't in the TT file, but you can create your own doing a very similar thing to me here. So in fact, I can show you how I made this worksheet. So what I'm going to do is go to my Fall Images that we just uploaded, and we're going to pick a good image from that. So how about an owl? Because everybody likes owls. So I'm going to bring him down a little bit, and now I'm going to add some text there. So we're going to do owl, and I recommend making your text boxes just fit the text, so like that. And now what's nice is that you can make this bigger, so you can just drag that out like that. And what I'm going to do is change the text to white and give it a black border. And I'm going to make the border nice and thick like this. And also I'm going to make sure I'm working in Tangent Handwriting. So let's make that Tangent Handwriting like that. Great. So again, keep the text box nice and manageable like that. And now what I'm going to do is copy and paste that. And I'm going to change this one to the Tangent Handwriting dashed. And we can just line those up. You can just select those actually and do arrange and just center them like that. So there we go. And then we want to add the ooh for owl. So we're going to go up here and we're going to put a small O and a big O like that. And in fact, I'm going to change the font just for this because I think it would look a little nicer in something round like Nonito. So we can do O again, maybe make it a little smaller. And we're going to say, we'll just select that and do, oops, is for, and we're going to want to make that a little bit smaller as well. So I'm just going to select that and bring the size down here, get about half that. So there we go, we can do O is for owl. There we go. So that's how you can make a really simple worksheet like that you can color in, you can trace along the letters, do cool things like that. It's so easy in Tangent templates. And again, with this one, I've created a example like this. You could change this to any number. It's just white text with a black border. And of course, you can change images, add more images. These are just some examples of what you can do with the images. Draw lines to help the witch find her cat, and the vampire to find his house, and the monster to find his leaf. Because he's a vegan monster, obviously, he eats leaves. So it's really fun for kids to practice their penmanship skills, drawing lines between things. So you have 195 images to play with. There's also some color images. So these are just cool backgrounds that you can use in any project you want. So they're rectangular images. I mean, you can use them like that. You can also do things like this. So if I turn off the margins, what I can do is go to Arrange, and I can click Full Width, which will make the image nice and big on the screen. And you can center it like that. So this should fit in a US letter size page. Now you can do cool things like this. So if we go to Opacity under Image, we can make the opacity really low. That's a bit too low. Let's go for about 20. Okay, that looks nice. And then what you can do is actually go ahead and go to Pages, click the little rocket under here, and then go to Templates. And it's important you do this from templates, not from presets, because presets will replace the content on the page. But just go to Templates, and then what you can do is pick the, actually, let's do journal paper. It's right there. So you can click journal paper and check it out. That's how you can make really pretty journal paper very, very quickly using these backgrounds. So you can see there is a lot of these background images. We can click through them and have a look. And a real variety. You've got these coffee themed ones, pumpkins, Halloween, fall, cozy fall, just a whole variety of different styles. These are really fun. I mean, this would be great at the beginning of a printable or the beginning of a book. So you have all these color backgrounds, and really you can use them for all kinds of projects. And then also there is just a ton of colorful clip art that you can use. So you can also upload these and use these in all of your projects as well. So you can see there is so much clip art here. Like I can scroll through this for a while because there's a lot. See what I mean about the sugar skulls? There's quite a few sugar skulls in here. Haunted houses, pumpkins, anime pictures, witches, glamorous things, costumes, all kinds of cool clip art images. How cute are these bats? I really hope you find some fun uses for this. As I say, 195 pieces of clip art between these 3 folders. So now we can go ahead and look at the rest of the magazine. The magazine is really huge this season. So even if you have the free version, you have the whole magazine. So let's take a look through it. First of all, you have this cool picture. So I actually created this cover image in Midjourney, and the prompt for it is in the magazine. So you can create images like this. If you use the prompt, you won't get the exact same image I did, but you will get something very similar and equally as cool. So that is in the magazine. Page 2, this is important links. So if you are missing anything, this is actually a really great place to check that you have access to everything that we offer. First, there's our AI adventure. And if you're not in this group yet, guys, please join it. It is such a fun group. I am posting prompts in there all the time. Try and post at least 2 or 3 prompts a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but I really try and keep the prompts going in that group. Then we have our KDP Facebook group, which is just a huge group, talk about KDP, tangent templates, all of those sort of conversations in there. Then, of course, there's a link to tangent templates, and you will need tangent templates to edit the TT files. There's a link there to our new course, Imagine. And Imagine, oh my gosh, guys, Imagine is just growing by the day. It is a huge course. It has a ton of software in it, including Tangent Crystal for making nice, clean black and white coloring book images. It also has a prompt builder tool, a prompt catalog, a ton of resources and research. And I keep posting in the group as well. It's full of my hints, tips, ideas, brainwaves in the middle of the night. Those are all going into the private group in Imagine. So it's a great course. I hope to add more to it soon. I'm not leaving it alone. People are like, wait, this isn't a set it and leave course. This is like, you're actually maintaining this course. Like, of course. I have more to come. We've actually added 3 or 4, maybe 5 videos since it launched. And I do have more in the works. Then, of course, there's a link to my YouTube, but hopefully you have that as you are watching this video. And then there's the link to the Gumroad that I showed you at the beginning of this video to make sure that you have all your freebies and extras there. And then there's our email address. If you need anything from Isaac or me, support@tangent.rocks. Now, the contents of the magazine. Let's have a look. So first of all, there's a welcome letter. You can read that at your convenience. And then we have our first niche hunt. So the niche hunts are really, really fun. What I do with them, first of all, it's a big word cloud. And what I hope you do with this is just look at it for a while and get ideas. Like, I see so many things popping out of this. Like, I see Day of the Dead, and I think Sugar Skull coloring books, that would be a fun thing to create. I see creepypasta, and I think, well, what about prompts to write creepypasta? You might not want to use the word creepypasta. I suspect it might be a trademark, but I haven't checked. But definitely, what about prompts to write horror stories? That would be really fun, like campfire stories. And maybe you could put in like Mad Libs or something like that. Ask ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT for Mad Libs to create creepypasta stories, and I bet it can help you out. I see potion. And I think that would be a really fun thing for kids to maybe design a cool potion. You could have a big potion bottle and they could color it in with all the different colors. What else do I see in here? I'm looking. I see Ouija. Oh, okay. Whenever I talk about things like Ouija boards and occult, some people get mad at me and some people are like, yes, that's my jam. It's totally up to you. If Ouija is your jam, I don't know, maybe a seance logbook. I could see some people using that. I see tarot in there. And if you go over to Tangent Templates, if we go to TT Images, we actually have a whole section in here for tarot spreads. Where is it? Let's see. There we go. Tarot spreads. So you can make your own tarot pages in Tangent Templates, which is pretty awesome. If that's your jam, we have you covered with these tarot images here. You can see they're all different spreads. So the other thing with the niche hunt is that I also use it as a design guide. So I give you a palette of 6 colors that you can use, and there are the hex numbers for them. So this is a great Halloween palette if you're creating, I don't know, books, printables, cards, anything you can think of about Halloween. You can totally use these colors. And not only that, I've given you 3 fonts. They're Google fonts, which means that they're free to use. You can use them in your books. And if you click on these, you'll see they're actually links. So if I click on Metal Mania, for example, there is my Google font there. So I can download that. And that saves into my downloads. You can see the zip file there. So I'm just going to unzip that. And then my font is in there, TTF. So now what I can do is go to Tangent Templates, and if I go to text, I can actually just say upload a font. So I can just upload my font there. And now I have that Metal Mania font, and I can use it in Tangent Templates. So that's pretty cool. See, I can type Metal Mania. What a great font. Tangezine is actually a great source of some cool fonts. You get 3 here, and then I have another niche hunt. In fact, let's just jump ahead to it. I have also a Cosy niche hunt here. And this also has some really neat fonts. I love Annie Use Your Telescope. That's a fun one. It's like a handwritten one. There's Outfit, which is this really nice, clean font there. And then there's also Philosopher. So this has some cool fonts as well. And again, same thing. There's a palette of 6 colors and a big word cloud that you can use to just inspire your ideas. Like patchwork. What about having a page where people can design a patchwork quilt? That'd be really fun. Just put some squares on the page and people can doodle in them. In fact, you could even theme it. You could have I don't know, my relationship quilt, or you could have my mindfulness quilt, or my I'm going to feel better next week quilt, my self-care quilt. So that would be a really fun, simple template that you could create for yourself in Tangent templates, and then maybe color in the quilt. I also see bookshelves, and again, Tangent templates, I'm pretty sure if I look in TT images, we actually do have some bookshelf images here. So if you want to make like a bookshelf that people can draw books onto, or they want to color books onto it, you can actually put the books on there, play around with that, and they can write the titles on the books, they can color them in. You can really explore the images in Tangent templates, and you can get creative with them. And of course, we have all of the clip art that accompanies the magazine that you can play with as well. And by the way, if you're enjoying the clip art, if you're having fun using it, and you want something else, send me a message. I am happy to take requests for clip art bundles or sets. If there's something you really want to see that you think would be a great addition, I can put them on my Gumroad, so let me know. I don't promise anything because I am quite a busy bunny at the moment, but if there's something you've thought of, and again, Isaac and I are always open to suggestions with everything we do. If you have an idea for Tangent templates, if you have an idea for a video or a tutorial you'd like to see in Imagine, if you have an idea for a tool that would be really helpful to you, please let us know. We do have a very long to-do list, but we love to hear your suggestions because that really helps us figure out what's important to you guys. So do keep the suggestions coming in. We really do welcome them at support@tangent.rocks. Okay, so let's move on from the niche hunt. I have these autumn inspirations, and you know, these are just some gentle poetic thoughts to get you in the mood for fall, autumn, cozy nights in, walks in crunchy leaves. And I think some of these could inspire you if you're creating journals, if you're writing something with sort of positive thinking, positive messages, or if you're making colouring books. Like I see hay rides and bonfires light my autumn path, and my brain goes tick, tick, tick. I want to make a colouring book with hay rides and pumpkin patches and bonfires. That would be cool. Same with autumn nights. Like that would be such a beautiful colouring book to have people sat around a campfire looking at the stars, someone playing Wonderwall on guitar. You know how it is. If you're not sure how to make a colouring book, come and join us in Imagine. It's awesome. I teach you everything I know about colouring books. I teach you Midjourney so you can make all the images, and we have all the software you need. So if you want to make colouring books, come and join us in Imagine. It really is awesome. Okay, so let's see what else is in the magazine. So we have an article on coziness, and you can read that in your own time. We also have an article on Google Frightgeist, and these images are actually in the clip art as well. So if you want to play with these clip art images, they are in the bundle. And we talk about Google Frightgeist. So there's a list of popular costumes here. And the reason I include this is not just to tell you like, hey, this would be a good thing to wear for Halloween, but because these are the top 20 costumes from last year, and I'm sure they'll update it again soon because they update it every year. But this tells you what people are into. If you're going to wear a costume, you're probably quite into that thing. Like if you wear a 1980s costume, you're probably quite into the 1980s. You would probably buy 1980s colouring books, posters, stickers, journals, planners. Like a 1980s planner would be super cool. So take a look at this list because really what you're looking at here is niches. And even if it's something licensed like Chucky, you could still think about maybe scary dolls. Like that's definitely a thing, creepy dolls. And then page 10, we have the TT Hidden Gem. And this month it is Create Color Palette. So I can show you that actually really, really quickly. So Create Color Palette, let's go to our pages. And I'm going to start a new page. And what I'm going to do is actually upload one of the clip art images. So I'm going to go to Upload Images. I'm going to find the clip art that I just downloaded. And let's see what we've got. We'll pick a few images and upload them. Cool. Okay, so we have some images here. These are so cute. I love this little witch. Isn't she cute? There we go. So if we go to this new bundle of images that we just uploaded, I'm going to actually take this sugar skull. What a great image. And there's quite a few of these sugar skulls in here. So I'm going to take the sugar skull, and what I'm going to do is follow the instructions here in the full Tangezine. When you add a bitmap image to your project, there's a quick way to create a complementary color palette from the image. Okay, so this is how you do it. There's our image here. And if you look, we're in bitmap editor, which happens when you click on it. That's all you need to do is just click the image. And you can see it says here, create color palette. If you don't see create color palette, make sure you have suggested image. So say create color palette, and boom, look what it's done. It has made a palette based off those colors. So now if we put text on the page, I can just go ahead and choose one of these colors, and it will match the sugar skull, which is really, really neat. So then I can copy that, add some more text, and you can see. And then if we make the background black, I think that's going to look really awesome. So how is that? That's a really cool trick, right? You can just do create color palette, and it will make a color palette based off that image, which is fantastic if you're creating covers for your books. You can use this in the cover designer and make some really, really cool covers. So I have an article here on the zeitgeist. So what I do is I make a list of products that are trending. And what I try to do is look at what is driving those trends. So for example, I have boucle chairs here, and I explain what they are. Boucle chairs are cozy chairs made of knitted wool, frequently in neutral colors like cream or beige. So then I look at why those might be popular, and I think about cozy culture. And I think cozy things are really, really popular at the moment. So I expand that out a little bit. Think about cozy mysteries. There's hygge aesthetics. I never know how to pronounce it. I think it's hygge. It's spelled Hygge. It's like a Scandinavian aesthetic where everything's very, neutral and cozy and attractive and lovely. Yeah, that's super big at the moment. Knitwear, sweaters. People are selling just clip art of sweaters and cozy knitwear things at the moment. That's just such a huge niche. There's cottagecore, log cabins. That would make a great colouring book. Log cabins where people can go and just sort of dream of their nice cozy getaway in the snow. That would be a great niche for colouring books. And shabby chic. So all of those things, I got those ideas from thinking about boucle chairs and why are boucle chairs popular. And guys, this is actually a great way to find trends, to look at what's popular and not only say, okay, well, that product is popular, but to think, why is that particular product popular? Because usually it's almost like a symptom of something. A popular product is like a symptom of some bigger trend. So when you look at things like this and you see a little product that's popular, think, what is this a symptom of? What is the bigger trend that is driving this? So there's some other things here, caffeine gummies and Halloween Starbucks cups. That's a huge thing. People love caffeine and it just seems to be growing and growing. I'm like, why is caffeine so popular? Well, maybe people are working harder than they've had to before. Maybe in these post-pandemic times, people need the extra focus. And what's interesting is that ADHD supplements are also really, really popular. So I feel they go together. They both kind of indicate that people want productivity and focus and hustle, 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 all that Gary Vee stuff. Maybe that's a symptom of it. Hijab magnets. I love that. There's sort of the fashion of using a hijab magnet instead of like a brooch or something like that. And I think that would be beautiful for colouring books, sketchbooks, fashion sketchbooks, some awesome inclusivity there. So I thought that was a really cool trend as well. And then a couple more ideas there. Escape rooms, always huge. Like turn escape rooms into books. That's such a thing at the moment. If you can create your own escape room puzzle. And I mean, guys, use ChatGPT. So be like, devise 3 escape room style puzzles with an 80s retro theme. Boom! ChatGPT will do the work for you. So you can probably start with this and then tweak it and adapt it. And I'm just curious what it says. Oh, here we go. The mixtape mystery. The players must locate a series of hidden cassette tapes and place them in the correct sequence. So you can use ChatGPT to help you come up with ideas like this. Okay, so we have a page on the worksheets. As you know, these are all included. We've just talked about these worksheets. So there's spelling, counting, addition worksheets, free in the Tangezine. Whether you buy it or not, you get the worksheets. You just have to have tangent templates in order to be able to use the TT file. And then I have a fun article here about the threshold goblin that I posted to our KDP group. And guys, if you're not in our KDP group, come and join, because sometimes I post these more long form articles or ideas, and I do tend to mix them up between the AI group, the KDP group, and Imagine. So if you want to come and see articles like this, make sure you are in all our Facebook groups. And then talking of Imagine, I have a little bit of a plug here for our Imagine course. And these pictures were all made with Midjourney and Tangent Crystal. That was it. No additional editing, no Photoshop, no anything else. They are perfectly black and white images made with Midjourney and Tangent Crystal. And then I have a ton of testimonials here. So these are all genuine testimonials from people in our Imagine course. They are all unsolicited. These are just things that people have posted in the group. So you can get a feel of how that's going and what people are thinking. And now we're getting posts that are like, guys, I just had my first sale. So first we had, wow, I'm loving this course, I'm very excited. Then we had, I've just published my first book. Now we're seeing, I'm getting my first sale. And it's so exciting to me to see that. So pleased with how Imagine's going. And I would love for you to come and join us. It would be lovely to see you there. So do check it out, imagine.tangent.rocks. So now we get into the fun part of the magazine, and I have a list of prompts you can use with ChatGPT. And the idea of all of these is to help you create content for your books, for your printables. And this is so much fun. I mean, like, if you look at this, we've got, let's have a look. Thanksgiving checklist. Okay, you can just use this. This is great. Say, compile a to-do list from 1 month to 1 hour before Thanksgiving dinner. Like, you could just put this in your journal. You can make a Thanksgiving book with family activities or family plans. And here it is. It's got a countdown for you of what you should do before Thanksgiving. So determine a guest list, set the budget, plan the menu, confirm RSVPs, make sure your turkey's frozen and in the freezer, and so on. You can do this yourself. You don't need me to go through the whole thing. And there's also fun things like this, like create an acrostic poem using the word Thanksgiving. I mean, ChatGPT is like awesome. So hold on, let me stop that one and start a new one. Create an acrostic poem using the word Thanksgiving. And you could make this look pretty and put it on the front cover of a book. There's nothing to stop you doing that. Turkey roasting filling the air. Hearty laughter, a moment to share. Wow, it actually rhymes as well. That's incredible. So there you go. There's a Thanksgiving poem. And if you run it again, it will give you a different poem. And of course you can theme this. You could create a Thanksgiving poem for goths, a Thanksgiving poem for families, for toddlers. Like, you can create this for any niche you want. Just adjust the prompt. So there you go, a whole bunch of prompts that will give you some great Thanksgiving content. Like this one, write cute or witty sayings to put on Thanksgiving gift tags. And of course you can adapt this to any holiday. So you could do Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all the holidays, special days, special events. So you can adapt all of these prompts. I like create a guide for tackling Black Friday shopping after Thanksgiving as well. That brings back a lot of happy memories of Black Friday shopping. So then we have a list of important dates. So you can make sure that you've got these covered if you want to create something for them. So some useful days there, like Diwali, that's a good one. And World Kindness Day. I think that'd be a great journal, like acts of kindness. I don't think you can say acts of kindness. I think that's a trademark. But you could come up, in fact, give me 10 alternative phrases to acts of kindness. Boom. You can, again, just use ChatGPT for anything like this. There we go. Good deeds, altruistic endeavors, kind-hearted acts, gestures of goodwill. So, you can take these and ask it for something better, something longer. So use ChatGPT to help you if you're stuck brainstorming. So then the big thing I've put in the Tangezine this month, apart from the worksheets, is 25 Midjourney prompts. So what I have done here, first of all, there's a link to my Midjourney tutorial. So if you haven't used Midjourney yet, take a look at this video because it goes through the process of setting it up in lots of detail. So there's a link to that. And then I just have a ton of prompts for you. So what will happen, each prompt, I just give you the grid that Midjourney generates one time when I use this. Now, if you run this prompt again, it will give you different but similar images. So if I can select that and go to Midjourney here, I can say imagine and just literally paste in that prompt. And what's great is you see this says a hedgehog in an autumn jacket. I can change that and put a fox in an autumn jacket. Okay, so there we go. There is our new grid of hedgehog images, and we can just pick which ones we like and upscale those so we can use those. And look, I adapted my prompt from a hedgehog and I changed hedgehog to fox. And take a look at these gorgeous foxes. Aren't they cute? I love that one so much. So you can do this with all of, there we go, there's the hedgehog upscaled. So you can do this with all of these prompts. Go through, take the prompts, and there's some fun patterns. I mean, this would be great for a journal cover, or this for a kid's book. Like, how fun would that be on a Halloween activity book or a kid's book? These, super pretty. You can change all of these images. Like, if you don't want a cozy haunted house, you could change haunted house to cemetery or, I don't know, beach, spooky beach. So you could change pumpkin. Instead of having a pumpkin, maybe you want to have, I don't know, a pine cone, an oak tree, a castle. Like, change these up and see what you can create with them. This one's just awesome. I love this style. Look at these like little monsters here. So you can see we've got a ton of Midjourney prompts. These are beautiful. Look at the witches. Oh my gosh, such a cool vibe. And these would be good for t-shirts. Wouldn't those look great on t-shirts? So you can use any of my prompts. Feel free to use them for whatever you want. You can make t-shirts with these. You can use them as covers on your books. You can use them as front pages in your books. Look at those pumpkins. Aren't they stunning? So the prompts for all of these are included in the Tangezine. Whether you buy the paid version or the free version, they are all there. And I have written them for Midjourney. They may or may not work in other AI generators. I recommend Midjourney because it is by far and away the best results of all the AI generators that are out there. They're hopefully going to come out with Midjourney 6, and when that comes out, I'm sure that's going to be even another jump forward. Midjourney also creates higher resolution images than all the other stable diffusion-based images, so you start off with higher resolution images, and then I upscale them, and I talk about that in my other videos, how to upscale these images. But really, really cool images here that you can make with Midjourney. And also Midjourney gives you a lot more flexibility with your prompts. You have a lot more control over your prompts. And then on the last page, there's a little shout out for Tangent templates there. And then there's a cool haunted house that I made in Midjourney to finish off the magazine. So that is the whole Tangezine. It is huge. There is so much in it. I hope you really enjoy it. I hope you get a lot of fun out of it, whether you just get the free version or whether you get all the clip art too. Again, if you have any suggestions for clip art or anything else you'd like to see from us, do send me a message, support@tangent.rocks, or message me on Facebook. And also, if you like this video, if you're enjoying the videos that I put out here, please do remember to give me a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. That way you will get notified when I make new videos. So thank you so much for your support. We really, really enjoy making these videos, making the magazines for you. Please do come and join us in our groups and check out Tangent Templates and Imagine. Have a good one, guys. Bye.